Thank you so much, DG. You have caught me spot on. But however, thank you so much, colleagues. I would like to recognize the guest of honor, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Technology and Science, Dr. Brilliant Habeenzu. I would like to recognize the board chair, TEVETA, the board chairpersons for the 3 institutions that are here, the chief executive officers, our cooperating partners, the representatives from industry, and all the guests that have been invited. Indeed, this is a very good and a very, very happy moment for all of us, because we have been waiting for such a time where we have at least some collaboration with the employers, mostly, because we know that us as the TEVETA sector, mainly us as Ministry of Technology and Science, together with our implementing agency TEVETA, we provide very happy moments for us in the ministry as policy providers and formulators of TEVETA to see such a moment where the employers employers representative body signing a partnership with the training component, and also bringing on board one of the key pillars of our 8th National Development Plan, which is agriculture sector, to come on board. We have heard already from the previous speakers what has been mentioned about the agriculture sector. So we would want TEVETA, maybe just AGMU as our implementing agency, would want to see more of such collaboration, especially in the other remaining key sectors of the economy, and also the sectors that are growing, the growing sectors of our socio-economic development in the country, to do such things going forward. These are mining, tourism, and manufacturing, of course, with the other enablers such as energy. So, with these few remarks, I would like to call upon the guest of honor, our Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Technology and Science, Dr. Brilliant Habeenzu, to come and deliver his keynote address. Yes, sir.
Thank you. You may be seated. I want to recognize the presence of the board chairperson for TEVETA, Madam Ngoza Babilo. Also want to recognize the presence of the board chair. Also recognize the presence of the president for Zambia Federation of Employers, Ms. Mara Ngoma. To recognize the presence of cooperative partners from GIZ, Ms. Tina Kana. Thank you so much. We also want to recognize the presence of the representative of International Labour Organization, Mr. Todin Marecha. To recognize the presence of other representatives of line ministries. To recognize the presence of the Zambia Federation of Employers Executive Director, Mr. Harrington Chibanda, STEM Foundation and STEM Institute Executive Director, Mr. Michel Omonga. We recognize your presence. We also recognize the presence of our Director in charge of TEVETA at the Ministry of Technology and Science, Mrs. Precious Lisolo. We also want to recognize the presence of TEVETA Director General, Mr. Cleophas Takaiza. We recognize the presence of directors, management, and staff of TEVETA, other members, from different industry players, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to you all. Before me, and I don't know how to express, my happiness and gratitude, because you could say that this gathering is not an accident, it's something that has been going on through. From the time when UPND came into power, or took over office, from the previous government. And then, the 8th National Development Plan also developed borrowing much from the manifesto of the UPND. And so we see an emphasis in the 8th National Development Plan. Key pillars, 4 of them identified, but most importantly, the economic transformation and job creation pillar, in identifying agriculture, identifying mining, identifying manufacturing and tourism as key drivers of our economic transformation and job creation pillar. And so we see that below them there is technology, we see skill as enablers. Of course, water, energy, infrastructure, they are also enablers for these key drivers that have been mentioned of. But then there are targets that are being set up in order for us to be a middle income economy to attain. We have targeted for ourselves, we have set a target of production of around 10 million metric tons in terms of crop production. We have also given ourselves a target of around 3 million metric tons in terms of production in the mining sector. But how do we actually get even to those numbers? On livestock, the President has also been on record saying that this time around we want to see how our cattle population can increase from around about 4 million thereabouts, and so then we can go to over 7 million. The whole idea is of targeting a revenue generation of about $1 billion on an annual basis. And so we are seeing that government is doing quite a number of things, engaging even our neighboring countries, Angola, DRC on the other side, and ourselves, trying to see how we can open up the market for what we are going to be producing. This is how we are going to expand our economy. This is how we're going to transform it, and we're going to create jobs. And so we see the Lobito corridor and the railway line that is actually being planned from that end. The Kafir flag, the extension in areas being declared as a livestock economic zone, because those areas are very good in terms of production of our livestock. And we realize that our weather conditions, our climatic conditions, though have been affected lately by climate change issues, but our environment remains much better than some of the other countries that are even ahead of us, especially when it comes to livestock production. Botswana is being far better than us, but we realize that Botswana actually has got much of the desert land. Ourselves in here, Zambia, is better placed for purposes of agriculture, especially livestock production. And so we see that on the other side of Monzeniko Road, the road is already being done, and the road is now earmarked to get into Namwala, get into the station, connect all the way to Mumba, and then into Kasempa, going all the way to the railway line, the Lobito corridor there. The whole idea is to ensure that we open up and be able to access the market so that we can reach that target that we are talking about. But what it is that we have to do underneath there, so that even all these efforts that the government is putting in place eventually must bear out the fruits. Also, this is why now it becomes important that we begin to talk. We begin to talk. Working in silos is not a way we are going to deliver. Our cooperative partners have been doing quite a lot in order to see how we should be able to realize some of these pronouncements that have been made by the government. But then time has now come for us to begin talking. And I'm glad that today the MOUs have been signed, signifying that we now are ready to engage each other correctly I think at the time when we were working on the curriculum, in order to respond to this, AIZ was actually very much involved. And now we're talking about acquiring some equipment in order to actualize the courses that were developed in that curriculum. So all this is being done in order for us to realize that dream. And so when I see a situation of this kind taking place today, I get encouraged. And so this is what makes me to be happy this morning to actually be part and witness what was happening today, the signing of the MOUs between our institution, TEVETA, with AIZ, and the Zambia Federation of Employers, and STEM, the Zambia National STEM Foundation. Very, very important. I was listening in the morning before I came here. We were having some conversation, and Prof. Yamba was emphasizing the point that he brought here, that agriculture is not to be taken lightly. Agriculture, apart from being a science, it's a serious business. And so we see it, that it will be something that is going to help develop our country, create the much needed employment opportunities for our youth. And so the MOUs that have been signed today signify strategic alliances aimed at unlocking opportunities for work-based learning, such as entrepreneurship, internship, and industrial attachment for improved skills development and technology transfer for employment creation. This is a clear demonstration of collective commitment to improving the technical education, vocational, and entrepreneurship training in Zambia through partnerships that strengthen skills development and increase workforce employability through industry involvement in TEVETA processes. When TEVETA is left alone to try to navigate the ways of how we are going to answer to policy directive, we will get lost. But when we work together with other like-minded institutions, cooperative partners, then we realize that we are heading in the right direction. In my own language, we say, for those who understand Tonga know what I mean. Only when you work together, that's when you are going to deliver what you are looking for. For the means of technology and science, we have been mandated by His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Zambia, Mr. Habeenzu, to spearhead the transformation of our economy through skills development, science, technology, innovation, and partnership. Strategic alliances we are witnessing today is a great milestone ensuring TEVETA is relevant, it meets the quality for national development in industry prosperity. So these MOUs that have been signed, they signify a turning point on how we develop and deliver TEVETA by bringing employers closer to the sector. TEVETA as a key implementing agent plays a pivotal role in ensuring that skills being imparted to our citizens are relevant, responsive, and meet the demands of this modern labor market. So partnering the AIZ, Agricultural Institute of Zambia, is meant to modernize and enhance agricultural training programs by integrating modern agricultural technology, research, and innovation into the curriculum to ensure youth are equipped to contribute meaningfully to agricultural productivity, food security, and the diversification of our economy. Something was being mentioned here, that our output per hectare is too low. And I think Prof. mentioned that we are capable of getting up to about 20 metric tons, 20 tons per hectare. When currently we are somewhere around between 0.5 to about 2.5, which is quite very low. But how do we get there? And so this is where the issues of research and development come in. And this is where now we also require, the valuable contribution of AIZ and other partners, so that we are able to be, to optimize our output in the agriculture sector. Similarly, TEVETA's collaboration with the Zambia Federation of Employers will ensure that employers are shaping the development of programs that are demand-driven. Through this partnership, we will close the skills gap, increase employability, and align trainings with the evolving needs of industry and business. The involvement of the STEM Institute further enriches this partnership as we embrace AI, artificial intelligence. When you are in a conversation like this and you mention AI, you have to be very careful because it could also mean artificial insemination. But in this case, we are talking about artificial intelligence and other emerging technologies. There is urgent need to enhance the teaching and application of science, technology, engineering, and the mathematics across all sectors of the economy, including agriculture. The MOU between TEVETA and the STEM Institute presents an opportunity to integrate STEM-based innovations into vocational training, nurturing a generation of problem solvers, innovators, and entrepreneurs. These partnerships, ladies and gentlemen, align with the government's aspirations articulated in the 8th Development Plan on economic transformation and job creation, and also on human and social development, which are key pillars for the TEVETA sector. Therefore, this partnership reflects the Ministry of Technology and Science unwavering commitment to creating an inclusive, responsive, and adaptive TEVETA sector that empowers our people and supports Zambia's sustainable development. As we formalize the collaboration today, I call upon all parties to move with urgency and focus to actualize exposed issues in the MOUs to deliver relevant skills, employment opportunities for the youth, increase productivity in key sectors, and economic transformation. I wish to express my gratitude to the Agriculture Institute of Zambia, the Zambia Federation of Employers, and the STEM Institute for the foresight and dedication to partner with government through TEVETA. I wish to thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.